day. Those of you who joined me yesterday, I still didn't know what happened with the parcel. I'm going to have to wait till we're allowed back out of lockdown and I've talked to my neighbours. Don't know those ones. But I'm actually leaving soon, so yeah. So today's one-line lesson is it was submitted by somebody else. As you know, we are now on user-submitted one-line lessons, and this one isn't really a one-line lesson, more of a statement that I think we need to sort of ponder on, really. So if you are watching, do give us a like below. Let us know. Good morning, Crypto Carl. How are you doing today, buddy? Dan, Phil. Come on, guys. Who else have we got? Angus. Gosh, we've got the guys, the gang are back together again today, guys. Who else is on? Let me know. So today's one-line lesson. Keith Anderson, the legend himself. So yeah, today's one-line lesson, good morning, Peter, is user submitted, and it's not really a lesson about trading. I'll read it out to you. It's be optimistic and reach out to loved ones. People can feel isolated at home. As traders, we spend a lot of time at home. Be a good time for us to learn some new sports, maybe. So that was the user submitted one for today. And I think what I'm going to pull out of that is the spending a lot of time at home section of the trading. And it doesn't, you don't have to. You know, if people who've watched my content or listened to me for years know that I used to sometimes go to a coffee shop, you know, jump in a coffee shop in the morning and do some research there, put my headphones on, grab a coffee, just go through some bits and bobs there, just to break the scenery up. I actually now have moved into a co-working space and I trade from there. If it's sort of in the sort of main office hours, trading is a really lonely business. It's why you got to break it up a bit, you know, and it's one of the reasons why I created BTC. I wanted a trader's haven. I wanted a place where traders could hang out together. And you can see that in the community, and you can see the laughs and the jokes that we have together. It isn't just about trading, it is that community, and that's what I want to build, because trading is so lonely. And I'm here, I'm in. Good morning, Malcolm. Or is it evening where you are? So it can be really, really lonely trading. So those of you just joining us a little bit later and may have missed the start of what the lesson actually is, 5 p.m. Oh man, it's five o'clock somewhere. Can crack a beer. So today's one is about being optimistic, reach out to loved ones. People can feel isolated at home, and as traders, we spend a lot of time at home, and it could be a good time for us to learn new sports. Just a little note on learning new sports. One of the things that I found really, really easy to learn some sports, depending on what it is to actually, just touching on how you grew your initial bank, where you laying horse under a strict price criteria as a spec lane, whose price wouldn't have got you where you are. Yeah, it's really strict. Well, it was strict, but I would go up to sort of 8, depending on the horse, and I would lower the stakes. I rewatched that. Our journey goes on membership on Monday. I'm going to invest in myself and craft and boom. Yes, Malcolm, it'd be an absolute pleasure. I think you're going to get on really well with the guys in there. Fantastic. So yeah, when I was growing my bank, laying horses, it was a percentage of the main bank, and I was ratcheting that bank up, and I just had some amazing results. My strike rate was really high, and it just kept going and going and going and going. And I don't know why, but as a young guy, I didn't even blow that money initially, in terms of taking out some of the profits and then start spending it. Why did you stop? So I'll basically talk you through that. So I started laying horses. I was doing really, really well at it. Really well at laying horses. And And it came because I had a car accident as well. So I wasn't majorly happy at university. I deposited the student loan into my Betfair account and I started laying horses, and then I got it to a point where actually I was really enjoying that. I had a car accident, and that was quite a bad car accident, and it meant I couldn't do a few things for a while. So I couldn't go to uni for a good amount of time, and I was basically resting up. You know, I was at home and I was resting up. So to pass the time, I had already started laying horses here, had a car accident. It's like, well, I've got my laptop and I can't really do loads because I was in a bit of a mess. I'd physio for like 2 years, and I just carried on laying horses, and I got really, really good at it, and I really enjoyed it. And I was like, right, now I'm not going back to university because I hated it anyway, and I quit. So I quit university, and I thought, do you know what, I'm going to give this a go. And the deeper and deeper and deeper I got into it, the deeper and deeper I got into Betfair, and I got into other things, it just clicked into place. You know, these numbers moving on the exchanges, I started to notice, well, okay, so here's my whole thing that I'm risking. I'm risking my lay is here, because they were set and forget lays. They were literally lay the horse, leave it, boom. And I started to see, wow, actually, this is like, I can buy and sell effectively on this exchange. So I was finding horses as well that, because I was doing my analysis in the morning, that actually some of these horses are like going like this, the prices are going like this, and they're going like this as well. So that horse that I go, oh, Jesus, you know, that horse got a real good chance. And then I'd go, hey, so that horse was like 5.0 this morning. Now he's 3.3. I'm like, what's happened there? How has that happened? So I started to spot these things. And I've got a really inquisitive mind anyway. And I'm always asking questions and, you know, trying to work out why things are happening in life in general. And I'm like, hang on a second. So these horses that I'm doing my analysis in the morning, and I've got my list of them, and then I place them. Well, actually, some of them I could take a profit before the race had started. And I'm like, well, that lowers my risk. You know, I'm like, that actually lowers my risk. There's probably something in this. So then I started to get into that a bit more. And I'm very much, if I get an idea on something, I've got to know it, like inside out. Right, I've got a really obsessive personality, like ridiculously obsessive. And I've got to go with it. So I'll give you an example of this, right? So I've always been fascinated by surfing. Always. Just fascinates me. I've been to Cornwall and bodyboarded. I've been to California and bodyboarded. Never actually surfed. Get this, I'm a crap swimmer, like horrendous, but surfing fascinates me. Over the last few weeks, I've been watching the Red Bull TV channel on surfing. Every day for the last 2 weeks, when I've been eating my lunch, I've watched how to surf videos, surfboard review videos on YouTube. Why? And my brain is obsessive. When I get an idea in my head, I've got to find out everything about it, which is how I went from laying horses to trading on Betfair, because I was just starting to OCD. It is, Keith. It 100% is OCD, because I've got to just know everything about that topic. So when I'm laying horses, I had to know everything about it. And then I started to see all these other different avenues. And do you know what? I wouldn't change it, because by going down those rabbit holes, by allowing myself the freedom and flexibility to understand and go down those routes, if you fast forward 10 years, it's been the greatest thing that ever happened to me in my life. YouTube is my Bible. I bloody love it. Honestly, it's amazing. So by going down these rabbit holes, it made me go, okay, and I've never, ever, 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 ever been afraid to ask for help or to reach out to people. So I was finding not many people that would help. But then I found like one person who sort of explained a little bit to me, and I started to piece all this together. Um, exactly. So that as well, Shane, is the issue with the laying. So I then started, the more I started to understand the risks of laying horses, that window of opportunity is actually very small, and you've got to keep. It was quite stressful. The strike rate had to be high. And what I found myself doing was going, okay, well, do you know what? I've found these horses in the morning that I've backed and I've laid some, and then the prices have gone down or up, and I've taken my profit, and I've not made as much money as I made with just straight laying, but the window of opportunity was greater. The potential profit was there. And it was less risk, and I enjoyed doing it. And then I started to go, if you can do this on horse racing, what other sports can you do this on? Because I love tennis and I love football. So then football and tennis became my big sports that I was trading. And that's how I then built my bank. Yes, you do have to surround yourself with like-minded people. And I always say that about the BTC guys, we've got so many amazing guys in there that picking up on this lesson that we spend so much time alone. We don't check in with loved ones. We don't check in as much and understand that trading can be lonely. And one of the things that I added onto BTC over the last probably year is hello buddy, I added a private coaching section. So we've got this amazing forum where people interact with each other and etc etc, but it's like in any forum, people get out of forums what they put into forums, they say. But then I also think there's a whole host of people who oh, Malcolm, there's a whole host of people who come into the forum not because they actually want to interact, because they just want to see the other interaction and read that interaction. And that's fine. They get out of that what they want to get out of it. But we added this private coaching section. And on the private coaching section, it literally is a direct access to me, Martin, and Adam. And you have a private forum in the main forum that is just to you and me and Martin and Adam. And that does that. And we go forward that way. Shane, do you think Zoom meetings may replace the forum? I don't know. I don't ever think I'll replace the forum, because if I just did Zoom meetings, that would probably just limit the time. So it would be this section, and this section, and there wouldn't be much going on. The forum will always be there because it's not just me interacting, it's not just Martin interacting, it's a whole host of people interacting with each other, sharing ideas. One of the things that I am sort of quite keen to do for the BTC members is create a better plan. So having sort of themed months. So for example, month of May may be something to do with creating a trading plan, and then I will do a in-depth teaching for the members on creating a trading plan, and then give like a checklist maybe on how to create a trading plan. Or in that teaching session, I might bring on a member, for example, like Keith, and we'll do like a bit of a powwow, a bit of a teaching session, and then the sort of bring in a challenge for that month. So it will be linked to that teaching. So we'll do the teaching, then on the forum we'll give you all the support. You can talk to all the other members, and then we'll do a challenge as a group so people can support each other, and then move forward. And I've not seen anybody doing that in the trading world. I don't know why. They're probably just, just don't know. God knows, but it's just creating that community. Yeah, do you think that's a good idea as well, guys? Like, you're watching these videos, do you think it would be a good idea to have sort of a content month where we theme that month around something to help you on a particular topic, and then we'll do a challenge around that month, and then we'll sort of do other bits and bobs. Would that be helpful? Cool. Just getting some great idea. So think as well with because we've got a lot of resources as well with like the stats software. We can actually sort of do 1 month about showing you how to maximize the stats software, and then we can do a challenge where we can all create a filter. We can show you how we work to create filters and how you can create filters. Then you could create a filter that month. You know, boom. I think your video deliveries are very good opposed to just reading how to do. Yeah, I'm never, ever, never, ever just going to give you text and just get you to read that, because I'm boring for a start. It'd be boring for me to deliver, to give you that. And that's a bit of a, you know, just, I want to be more interactive, as you know, and I go off on tangents, and I appreciate that you guys stick with me, but hopefully it's good and we get to the bottom of a problem. Yeah, I think it'd be great if we did sort of some challenges as a group, create a filter. Imagine, because just imagine if we've got stat software and it's incredible, and I know I'm going to say that because it's mine, but it genuinely is incredible. The fact that it lets you save your filters saves you like so much time, and if we then show people how to potentially create a filter, and then we do a challenge where people create a filter. Imagine how many filters we could potentially create that could be profitable and work on together as a group. And then we could have some really good filters. And it's not just about, because so the thing for me is I don't just want to give you a bunch of selections and go do them. Do I have to create one? So if I wanted, with the filters, do I have to create one, or is there one I can use on BTC? Say if I wanted all the English Premier League stats for such and such a time, is it on there? We call it a 10 a.m. filter. So we do have some filters on the members filters. So we've got a whole host of filters that we know work, and you get access to them straight away, and then you can plug in basically whatever you want. It's weird, I've been really profitable in these lockdown periods. There are still bank bill modes or extra costs like that. Yeah, completely get that. If you want to wait, get more profitable, then join BTC. You can. So yeah, Malcolm, if you wanted to do the just English Premier League stats, we don't break the filters down into just EPL that we have on the site, because we use many leagues, and they are profitable across, the filters are profitable across all the leagues, but you can restrict via leagues. So if you wanted just the Premier League, you could build a filter that was just Premier League stats, and then you can export those to Excel. You can play around with them however you want, etc. So yeah, that's it, guys. So yeah, today's lesson was just a bit more reflective, really. Be optimistic, reach out to loved ones, don't feel isolated at home. And you know, as traders, we do spend a lot of time at home. So I think the things that we can do by reaching out to people, by watching videos, by tweeting, by emailing, and joining communities, doesn't have to be mine. You know, there's loads of other good communities out there. Join the one that's right for you. Take the time to learn on your sport. So tomorrow's lesson is all about being flexible. Dan is shouting out that the filters are awesome. So many things you can do with them. Yeah. And the thing with the filters as well is they're an inspiration to be able to create your own. Do you find price mailed you on the info site? Yeah, fantastic. Martin's put a whole host of emails in my folder that I need to get through, so I will do. Do I find any mismatches on price because of time? Not massively. The markets are quite efficient. But like I say, with the filters, because they're there. You can use them as an inspiration to build your own filter. So a lot of people have taken Keith's filter, which is ridiculously profitable, put their own spin on it, and then created a filter that works for them. And the same, Frode did it with my filter. So I have a filter for over 1.5 goals. Frode spotted something in my filter, tweaked it a little bit. Now he's using over 2.5 goals as a split stake, and he's tested that, and that works. So that's the great thing about the filters, and it's a great thing about the community. So linking it back into, we spend quite a lot of time at home on our own trading. Because there's a community, you can interact with it, engage with it, and it can build some really good friendships, and it can help you become a better trader. So yeah, that's it, guys. That's today's lesson. If you want any more information about what we offer, if you want to get access to the stats, we do a 24-hour access as well. It's like $2.99, I think, so you can test it out and see how you get on. And if you do go onto it for 24 hours and create your filters and save them, if you do want to come back or you want to sign up, we don't get rid of your filters. You should do this in the lifestyle of a gambler. The only thing is, 24 Sumo, I'm not a gambler. Things like mental meditation and the mental aspect of being on your own, I can do a lesson on that. I'll add that to list. So sort of exactly, so when it comes to being on your own, 24 Sumo, what are the big challenges that you would like me to cover? I'll add this out to the list now. Mental aspect. It's on the list. So yeah, make sure you pop that comment below 24. I'll pick it up, and yeah, have a great day, guys. LOL, sorry. You don't have to apologise, buddy. Just not a gambler. We're traders. Cover the idea, what sort of persona suits a trader. Okay. I'm defo an extrovert. I think the thing there though, Shane, is my thoughts on that are discipline. Being on your own board makes me want to bet on things I shouldn't. Comes back to your trading plan. So yeah, naturally I am quite extroverted, and that flows into my yes, Malcolm, I do have a strategy for English Premier League, one tick recycle going up and down. You can build a filter for that, and that would work pre-match. Shane, the persona that suits a trader, I think knowing yourself is the best thing that you can do here. And then it doesn't matter what persona you have. It's just knowing how you are and how you trade that will make you a better trader. I don't think that there is a certain personality that means you are a better trader or a worse trader than somebody else. So because I'm extroverted, it doesn't make me a better trader. It doesn't make me a worse trader than you who says they're an introvert. It's just understanding human emotions that are your own human emotions. But I'll do a deeper lesson on that. And yeah, I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow. It's bank holiday, but I'll still jump on. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Have a great day, guys.